childhood obesity, President Obama in 2010 put into law the Hunger-Free Child Act, which also was championed by Michelle Obama. Now what this says is that it gives funds for free lunch programs as well as funds for child nutritional programs as well. So another law that was also put into play is that all the snacks in the schools, especially vending machines, those snacks could be no more than 200 calories, no more than 35% saturated fat, and no trans fat. So today, we're at Bethune Elementary School, and we're going to learn a little bit about the chef. The director of nutrition is going to tell us about the lunch in the school system, and specifically the elementary school here. So let's go.
Part of the AmeriCorps system, partially funded by AmeriCorps. We're all over the country. We go into schools in low-income areas and teach them about nutrition, teach them about healthy eating, and we build and tend school gardens and try to get the kids out.
Okay, good.
And so it's got, those typical biscuits you get with the white flour are not as healthy for you.
Exactly.
Or have the fiber. So the government requires if you're going to make them, you have to use that crust is whole grain underneath that piece.
So those biscuits, you make them here, or does it come with the grain flour in it?
It comes already pre-made.
Okay, with the grain flour. Okay.
It comes frozen.
How you doing? This is Jazz. I'm here with the District Executive Chef of Atlanta Public Schools, Justin Goulet.
Hi.
How you doing? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
I know some things here in the background. This is lunchtime, so thank you so much for taking the time out to do it.
Yes, sir. My pleasure.
Of course. So a couple quick questions for you. So how do you come up with the menu for the students?
So throughout the process, come up with for the students, looking at what the students actually in helping them with their parents. You know, many of the schools go to like Chick-fil-A, some of the schools go to Houston's, Applebee's. A lot of fast food and casual restaurants. Okay. So I look at the casual restaurants and see, okay, what are the students doing, and how can we incorporate that into the meal and make it healthy? For example, rosemary chicken. You know, some of your nicer restaurants start that. You have them on the menu. Meatball subs. A lot of kids go to Subway. So nobody doesn't like a meatball sub. So those are different things that we incorporate within the meal that the kids are familiar with. It's all about familiarity.
So if you can do a research of what they're used to, so when they come to school, it's kind of like you said, familiar, and they're going to be more willing to eat.
Correct.
So are there certain requirements that you have to adhere by?
Yes.
You know, you have a certain portion size or ingredients?
There is. There's certain portion sizes. As far as ingredients, we're kind of open as far as which products we use. We just don't use a lot of salt. Actually, salt for 17 as it's like a Mrs. Dash.
Salt free 17?
Yes.
Can I get that in the Kroger's or anything?
You can't get that in Kroger's. You have to get.
So you got the secret ingredients.
You have to get Mrs. Dash.
Okay.
But it works well for the kids, you know, it limits the amount of sodium that we provide, and portion sizes are key. You know, they have to have a half a cup of vegetables or fruit, you know, they have to have at least 2 ounces of protein, full protein. So every ounce really counts.
Do you take into consideration the sugar amount?
Yes. We actually don't add any sugar to the meal.
Oh, okay.
None.
So everything is like naturally sugar, like fruit?
Yes, everything is naturally flavored. Even the juice is 100% juice. Yes.
Got it. So how often does the menu change? I know when I was in school it changed. We had, Pizza Friday or Friday Monday. Does yours change week to week or day to day as well?
It changes week to week, day to day, month to month.
Okay.
You can't put 2 menus together from each month to be identical.
So that's like it's a staple for you. You can't have anything identical.
Correct. And that's what separates us apart from everyone else. You'll see a lot of other menus where it's a cycle. You'll see this week is for these 5 weeks of the year.
Right.
Hours change every week, every month. It keeps the creativity going.
Can I come to lunch here?
Yeah, $4. Yeah, and it comes with a sweet tea.
Really?
Just for adults.
Testing me now. All right. So how long does it take the preparation each day for lunch?
It depends on the size of the school. So elementary school typically takes about 2.5 to 3 hours.
Okay.
A high school can take right at 3 hours, right? Because you're dealing with a larger population of students.
Wow. Okay, so is there a budget that you have to work with every week? Is it a weekly budget, a monthly budget, or a yearly budget?
It's both. I look at it as a snapshot, as a monthly budget or in a yearly budget, and then we dive down into weekly budgets. Each school is different because of how many students they feed. Whereas, say this school at 200, its budget will be totally different than the school that's feeds 500.
Okay. You have a lot of food that you prepare every day. I know at home, I used to eat leftovers. I still do. What do you do with leftovers? Do you use them again?
Leftovers we typically don't have. We do a practice it's called batch cooking. So if we know that we're going to start with 100 kids, we make a quarter of that portion for the first group. We make another quarter in the second group, and we gauge it from there. We know like today we have chicken and pizza. Well, at this school, chicken is the popular item over the cheese pizza. So we know that we're going to make
Really? Over the cheese pizza? Your
Crazy.
chicken must be good.
It's the best. So what we do is we make at least 40% of that portion of those students.
Okay.
So then, okay, we can calculate what students have. Okay, we're not going to have this much, we'll have this. And it's just numbers game.
So you just don't throw it in and make a bunch of it. It's real calculated.
It's really calculated, even down to when they order. You know, they put in, they're going to serve 200 people this item today.
Right.
When it goes into the system, that's how many the system's going to order. So they can't just say I want like 900, 200 people.
Right, exactly. Where does most of the food come from? Do you have any local sources?
We do have local sources. So, for example, like all our produce, most of our produce, I'll say about at least 20% comes from local farmers. It's all seasonal. So we get our apples from North Georgia, we get our peaches from South Georgia, we get blueberries from South Georgia, tomatoes come from a array of areas, from Georgia, Alabama. So as many of the produce items that we can get that are local, I get it.
So how often do you have to order that? Is that
It's weekly, every Tuesday.
every Tuesday? What is that requirement for somebody to be executive chef or regular chef?
Well, to be executive chef with APS, you have to attend or have attended accredited culinary school, and there's two reputable programs, which would be Culinary School of America, CIF, in Hyde Park, New York, and Johnson & Wales University. Providence, Rhode Island, that's my alumni school. Yes, Johnson & Wales all the way. And experience. My experience is really worldwide. I've been to Spain, Portugal, Morocco, over in Africa. I worked for Princess Cruise Line out of Alaska for 3 years. Did that whole thing. Also done the golf resorts, around large hotels.
So what brought you to the school system?
What brought me to the school system was wanting to make a difference. I was in colleges and universities with Excel. I was a regional executive chef for them. So I was kind of everything in southeast, western Texas. And man, I was like, okay, I started to travel. And I saw this district come up, and I was like, wow, big district, 84 schools, really can make an impact in the beginning stages. You know, in colleges, they're already adults. They're gonna eat what they want to eat. But when you get the kids at a younger age, you really get the influence and take them across the world with food.
Exactly.
And that's my whole focus and goal. Take the kids that can't travel the world with food around the world.
Wow. That's awesome. So one last question. What is your favorite part about the job?
Seeing the kids smile. Honestly. Seeing the kids eat and just happy about the world. That's the biggest thing.
That's inspiration.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day.
That's awesome.
Okay?
Justin, I want to thank you so much for taking the time to interview me, man.
My pleasure.
Thank you. This is oldfashionedhealth.com. Next time. All right, so I just left Bethune Elementary's lunch cafeteria. I learned a lot of information that I didn't know from the great chef Justin as well. So this is what we do, Old Fashioned Health. Mental, nutritional, and physical health as well. Until next time, stay healthy. Got myself prepared. Later.